Football Fans Tribe here with the interview Naija football fans after matches, and we're giving Naija football fan content back to back. So if you're new, I beg click that subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching. 3-1 loss, and I know to me, it's kind of a surprise because the way Man U don't go, but from the starting lineup, it was always going to be a tricky one, and it don't show today. What happened today? Where did you go wrong?
On Emery and the Ten Hag. Me and you know, say for Premier League, immediately new coach come, this kind of thing will happen. So you now will be coach, knows Aston Villa know well. Now new manager don't come. You'd expect this kind of thing. Fine, Bruno Fernandes get that yellow card. Because me, I've been telling you last interview, say, I go see how Man you go perform in the absence of Bruno Fernandes. And it don't show today. This kind of thing are not supposed to happen here.
You don't feel say the midfield, there was problem in that midfield?
That is what I'm telling you now. In the absence of Bruno Fernandes, you're going to play physically fit Aston Villa. What do you need? You need the players that have energy. So you are losing 3-0, forget 3-1, forget about the first half result. Fine. Getting that let's go 2-1 was a plus to Manchester United. Now you are losing 3-1. You have an energetic Fred for bench. You still dey play Van der Beek, a match rusty player.
Match rusty, form low.
You be manager. You know, say in a game where Ronaldo cannot score, he is just a minus. The goal is not coming. Your big boss in the front are not tracking back. You have a Ronaldo who is not tracking back. You have a Rashford who is not tracking back. You have a wasteful Garnacho. You left them there. 60 minutes, they are still all there. You gave Ronaldo 90 minutes after losing 3-1. You are not ready. So what happened today is that Emery got his formation right. Dominate the midfield, hit them. That was the game. Take the midfield and hit them. Look at their goals. No, but I think it is one of the days where the manager's brain just gets off. Because there's no way to defend this. Ten Hag has nothing, he has nothing to say. It's just like a Man City game. He's solely responsible for this result. I'm waiting for him. I want to see what he would say.
In terms of the result, now how much does this result affect like the steady momentum that Manchester United on? Is this something that will have a massive effect on the team, or you feel okay, it's one of those days, they have a new manager, they have more motivation, they're at home, no while we move?
It's on two sides. Fine. Historically, it can happen when a new manager comes. So let's say this is that initial gara-gara where they happen when new coach come. Then on the side of Manchester United, let's see if we now say that Bruno Fernandes is very important in Manchester United team. Because there is one thing happening in modern football now. You have an Oliver Giroud that went to World Cup, failed to score a goal, play all the whole games.
And the coach said it was important.
And the manager said he was important. You have a Gabriel Jesus today. He's not scoring goals, and the manager is not dropping him. So there is something he's doing that fans are not seeing. I've been criticizing Bruno Fernandes. You know, I've been against him for the recent weeks, and I've been against him. But this game today shows that this guy with this captain band has been marking. He may not be creative as he used to be, but he has been muzzling the opposition, making them uncomfortable. Because in this game today, Aston Villa, we are very uncomfortable. You know, they make their runs, they dominate their midfield, they hit Man U on a counter, and everything was successful for them. So I think it will affect Man U, because when you are on that run winning streak, you don't need a result like this. Because before you wake up from this result, we are in World Cup. So it's a bad one. It's going to affect Man U.
Garnacho, now giving his first Premier League start after the Europa League, and we're talking about how high he is now in the pecking order, whether he's ahead of Elanga or below him, and your thoughts on his performance today?
There are two players in football, the players for today and the players for future. You don't use the players for future when you need the result today. If you must play Garnacho, all the Elanga them, in the days of Alex Ferguson, those guys cannot come in here until 60 minutes when Man U still 0 up. You don't bank on the Garnacho to get the result in Premier League currently. So when you play him, the result is not coming, you pull him out on time. We
also putting pressure on the boy.
We see Mourinho do first half sub. You go out. Because I wasn't expecting Garnacho to come back the second half. I wasn't expecting Van der Beek to come back second half. You do dressing room substitute. The third goal wouldn't have come. That was the killer. The third goal was the killer. Because after the third goal, Man U players were like, where are we going to start? Because you need 3 goals to win, 2 to equalize. So imagine when you hustle to get 2 goals just to get a draw. You know, it's like it can kill you psychologically. So I think Garnacho, in as much as he's a young boy, I don't blame him. because he can do what he can do. The pressure was on him. He can't do that job. Unfortunately for Man U, it's like we are now having injuries. There's no Varane. Because if you watch the second goal, it was defensive error. I don't know what Lindelof was doing. Fine, the partnership between Martinez and Varane has been perfect. But this mistake today has nothing to do with partnership. You have a player whom you need to chase out of target. You allow him to run inside the 18-yard box and cut back. It has nothing to do with Martinez or the partnership. This is just individual blunder. During the days of Maguire and Lindelof, this is what we will suffer. Martinez cannot kill himself. He's been conceding cards of reason out of pressure. Since Varane got injured, he has been conceding cards because he has been partnering with people whom he's supposed not to play with. You know, so I think it's an individual error. It has nothing to do with the partnership, and we have no option because Maguire is the worst. So for now, Man U can only do what they can do. Play midfielders who can mark game to reduce that pressure. It's just like in Chelsea game. I wasn't opportune to be interviewed, but in that Chelsea game, a Mourinho team, knowing fully that Arsenal is in form, you congest the midfield. Don't allow Arsenal to breathe in that midfield. That's where their game is. Then all of a sudden, you allow Gabriel Jesus to play everywhere. That was what happened here. Watkins came on you. Watkins was everywhere. So what did you do? You don't have your Varane playing with Martinez. So that is the more reason why you should play a Fred. Play energetic midfielders who can mark. Van der Beek is not a player for me. He might have played for Ajax, but he's not a player in Premier League. We loaned him to Everton. He did the same thing.
So you feel he was also given his chance today. You feel he's just not good enough?
Fine, you gave him the first minute. We'll concede 2 goals. Why bringing him back second half? You gradually build his confidence. It's not by sudden. You don't just do this. It's not the fire brigade approach. You have 38 games to play. So gradually, when the FA Cup and Carling Cup start, play him from there. Let his confidence grow. Premier League now, outside Man City. Let me just tell you, outside Man City, every team in Premier League now, they're the same level. People will not say this. Forget about Arsenal topping league. So long as Man City is concerned, they are exceptional. Liverpool supposed to join them, but currently they are struggling. So outside Man City, you can't tell me Aston Villa is a pushover. No, sir. Without penalty yesterday, City no win Fulham. It can't happen last 10 years ago. Last 7 years ago, Fulham cannot give City a trouble. But currently now, everybody is reinforcing. Who you can buy, I can buy. Fulham can go for the same player Man U is going for. The money is there for everybody to spend. And they're coming to do the same thing, to play ball. So you don't underrate any team. You don't just underrate any team. So Man U got it wrong everywhere.
Final thought?
My final thought is my manager should know how to approach games. Every single game has a different approach. That you struggle to beat West Ham 1-0 doesn't mean you should repeat the same starting lineup. And he should learn to, if not to loan Van der Beek should go on loan. In between Elanga and Garnacho, one should also go on loan. Man U is a training ground. If you are playing in Man U, you must bring results. If you can't bring results, you go and learn football and come back.
Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I beg, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.